50 police officers showed up at a 9-year-old girl's door. Not to arrest anyone. Not to deliver bad news. They came because of a sandwich. Half a peanut butter sandwich. The only food this little girl had left, and she gave it to a starving man on a bench. Layla, bouncy and full of quiet grace. A man she had never met. A man nobody else would even look at. She did not know he was someone important. She did not know that one act would flip her entire life upside down. She did not think about what she would lose by giving away her only meal. She just saw a hungry person, and she shared what she had. And what happened next? I promise you, you are not ready for this. But to understand it, we need to go back to the beginning. So yeah, that is how it all began. Let us get into it. Richmond, Virginia. The East Side. The kind of neighborhood where the streetlights flicker more than they shine. Where every other storefront is boarded up. Where the bus does not come on time, if it comes at all. This is where Layla Scott lives. She is 9, skinny, quiet. The kind of kid who does not complain. Not because everything is fine, but because she figured out early that complaining does not change anything. Layla lives with her grandmother, Gloria Scott. Bad knees, arthritic hands. She works part-time cleaning office buildings on the other side of town. The kind of job where nobody learns your name. They just notice when the trash is not emptied. Gloria is all Layla has. Her mother, Renee, died some years ago in a car accident. One rainy night, one intersection, one truck that did not stop. Layla was young. She does not talk about it much. But there is a photo of Renee on the living room wall. Young, smiling, wearing a yellow sundress. Every morning, Layla walks past that photo on her way to the kitchen. She does not stop, but she always glances. Every single morning. Their house is small. 2 bedrooms. 1 bathroom with a faucet that drips. A kitchen where the linoleum is peeling at the corners. But here is the thing. It is clean. Spotless. Gloria makes sure of that. She says a house can be poor, but it does not have to be dirty. That is her pride. Maybe her only pride left. This particular morning, Layla wakes up. No alarm. She just wakes up, makes her bed, folds her pajamas, walks to the kitchen. She opens the fridge. Almost empty. A bottle of ketchup, half a stick of butter, some leftover rice from nights ago. She does not react, does not sigh, does not say anything. She just closes the fridge and opens the cabinet. 1 jar of peanut butter, almost scraped clean. 2 slices of bread, the last 2 in the bag. The heels, the ones nobody wants. Layla takes them out, spreads what is left of the peanut butter on both slices, presses them together, wraps the sandwich in a paper towel and puts it in her backpack. That is her lunch. That is all she has for the whole day. Gloria comes out of her bedroom, moving slow. Her knees are bad today. You can tell by the way she grips the doorframe before she steps into the hallway. "You eat something, baby?" "Yes, ma'am, I had cereal." She did not. There is no cereal left either. But Layla says it anyway, because she knows Gloria will skip her own food to feed her. And Layla would rather be hungry than watch her grandmother go without. 9 years old, already carrying weight that would crush most adults. Gloria sits down at the kitchen table. There is a stack of envelopes, bills. She opens one, and her face tightens, sets it face down, opens another. Same reaction. Face down. Then she picks up the phone. "Mr. Brennan, this is Gloria Scott." "Yes, sir. I know it is overdue. I just need 1 more week. I get paid Friday and I can—" She listens. Her jaw clenches. "Yes, sir. I understand. Thank you. She hangs up, sits there for a moment. Then she pulls one more envelope from the stack. This one she does not open. She already knows what is inside. The eviction notice, 30 days. She hides it under the fruit bowl before Layla comes back into the kitchen. Grandma, I'm heading out. You got your lunch? Layla pats her backpack. Yes, ma'am. You be good. Always am. Layla walks out the front door, down the porch steps, past the cracked sidewalk, blocks to the bus stop. She passes a payday loan shop with neon signs, a church handing out free coats, a barber shop where old men sit outside arguing about nothing. She reaches the bus stop, sits on the bench, sets her backpack on her lap, swings her legs, hums a little song. Something her mother used to sing. She does not remember all the words, just the melody. And that is when she sees him. At the far end of the bench, a man. White, mid-50s, maybe. Thin, not just thin, hollowed out, like something had been eating him from the inside for a long time. His jacket is torn. His hands are shaking. Not from the cold, from something deeper. He is slumped over, eyes half closed. He looks like he has not eaten in days. Layla looks at him, looks away, looks back. She does not think about it. That is the part that gets me. She does not run the math in her head, does not weigh the pros and cons, does not calculate what she will lose. She just reaches into her backpack, pulls out the sandwich, unwraps it, and tears it in half. Not down the middle. She gives him the bigger piece, keeps the smaller one for herself. She places it gently on his knee, does not say a word, does not tap his shoulder, just sets it there, like it is the most normal thing in the world. The man's eyes open. He stares at the sandwich, then at her. His lips tremble. Why would you do that? Layla shrugs, casual, like someone just asked her why she picked the blue crayon. You looked hungrier than me. That is it. That is all she says. She bites into her little half, chews quietly, looks straight ahead. The bus is coming down the block. She can see it stops away. The man picks up the sandwich with both hands, shaking. He takes one bite, closes his eyes, and a tear rolls down his face. Then another. He is not crying because of the food. He is crying because someone saw him. For the first time in he cannot even remember how long. Someone looked at him like he was a person. The bus pulls up. Doors open. Layla grabs her backpack, hops on, finds a seat by the window. She does not look back, does not wave, does not wait for a thank you. She is already thinking about her spelling test. The man sits there, holding half a peanut butter sandwich made from the last 2 slices of bread a 9-year-old girl had in her house, and he breaks down. Right there on that bench. Sobbing. Nobody stops. People walk past. A woman pulls her kid closer and crosses the street. A guy in a suit glances over and keeps moving. Nobody stops. But here is the detail that changes everything. Mounted on the wall of the convenience store across the street, there is a security camera. Small, easy to miss. And it caught the whole thing. Every second. The sandwich, the tear, the girl who gave without thinking. That footage is going to matter more than anyone knows yet. Now, back to Gloria. While Layla is at school, Gloria takes the bus across town to clean offices. 3 floors. Bathrooms, break rooms, conference rooms where people leave half-eaten lunches in the trash. Gloria empties those trash cans without looking. She gets home later that afternoon, tired in a way that sleep does not fix. There is a voicemail from Layla's school. The 4th grade field trip to the Science Museum is coming up. $25 per student. Permission slip due soon. Gloria listens to it twice, then deletes it. She calls the school back. Layla will not be able to go. She will be sick that day. She hangs up, stares at the wall. $25. That is all. And she does not have it. That evening, Layla comes home. She can tell Gloria is tired, more tired than usual, but she does not ask. She sets her backpack down, does her homework at the kitchen table, eats the leftover rice from the fridge, cold with a little ketchup. Later that night, she sits on her bed and opens a small notebook. It is worn. Pages soft from handling. On the first page, there is a title written in careful 9-year-old handwriting. Things I will buy Grandma when I grow up. Number 1 on the list, a house with a dishwasher. Number 2, new shoes that do not hurt her feet. Number 3, a really big TV so she can watch her shows without squinting. Layla adds a new one that night. Number 4, a full fridge. She closes the notebook, puts it under her pillow, pulls the covers up. And across town, at Richmond General Hospital, a man is being wheeled through the emergency entrance on a stretcher. Dehydrated, malnourished, barely conscious. A paramedic checks his pockets for ID, finds a crumpled military veteran's card, reads the name, Raymond Whitmore. He freezes, looks at his partner. Call this in. Now. Nah, wait. She really gave away her only meal? Like her only one? And she kept the smaller half? I am not going to lie. I do not even know if I would have done that. Most people would not. But she did not even think about it. She just did it. Yeah, that is the part that gets me. Now, let me take you somewhere completely different. Downtown Richmond, a building made of glass and stone. The kind of building where security guards wear earpieces and the elevators do not stop on every floor. 5th floor, corner office, oak desk, leather chair, an American flag in the corner, photos on the wall, handshakes with governors, senators, generals. This is the office of Commissioner Victor Whitmore. Silver hair, jaw like it was carved from granite. The kind of man who walks into a room and everyone straightens up, not because they like him, because they know better. Victor Whitmore runs the Richmond Metropolitan Police Department. Has for years. Old money, old power, old rules. The kind of man who believes problems are things you manage quietly, efficiently, without mess. He is reviewing budget reports when his phone rings. Private line. He picks up on the second ring. Commissioner Whitmore. He listens. His hand stops moving. The pen drops. Say that again. He listens more. His face does not change. Not exactly. But something behind his eyes shifts. Something cracks. Where? Pause. Which hospital? He stands up, grabs his coat off the back of the chair. His aide, a young officer near the door, notices. Sir, is everything all right? Victor does not answer right away. He buttons his coat, straightens his collar. Then quietly, they found Ray. The aide blinks. Your brother? Victor walks past him without another word. Here is what you need to know about Ray Whitmore. He is Victor's younger brother by several years, served 2 tours overseas, came back different. The Ray who left was loud, funny, the one who made everyone laugh at Thanksgiving. The Ray who came back barely spoke, could not sleep, could not sit still, could not be in a room with too many people. PTSD. Then alcohol. Then worse. Victor tried to help, but Victor only knows one way to help: control, give orders, fix things by force. Some time ago, Victor arranged a treatment program. Expensive, private, the best doctors money could buy. But he did not ask Ray. He told him. Showed up with paperwork and a car waiting outside. Ray looked at his brother and said, "I am not your case to manage, Victor." And he walked out. Disappeared. No phone calls. No address. Nothing. Victor searched at first, filed a report, sent officers. But Ray knew how to vanish. The military taught him that. After some time, the trail went cold. After more time, Victor stopped talking about it. Not because he stopped caring, because it hurt too much to keep hoping. And now, this phone call. Ray, alive, found at a bus stop in East Richmond, collapsed, barely breathing, brought to Richmond General. Victor drives himself to the hospital. No motorcade, no sirens. Just a man in a dark coat driving too fast through downtown traffic. He gets to the hospital, walks past the front desk without stopping. Nobody stops a police commissioner. Room number. He pushes the door open. And there is Ray. Thin, so thin it does not look real. Arms like sticks. Cheekbones sharp enough to cut glass. An IV drip in his left hand. Monitors beeping, slow and steady. But his eyes are open. Clear, lucid for the first time in God knows how long. Victor stands in the doorway, does not move, does not speak. Ray turns his head, sees his brother, and for a long moment, neither of them says anything. Years of silence sitting between them like a wall. Then Ray speaks first, voice rough, barely above a whisper. "Before you say anything, I did not call you. I would not have called you." Victor swallows, nods, I know. He pulls a chair to the bedside, sits down, folds his hands. "Then who found you?" Ray's face changes. Something softens. A little girl. Victor leans forward in the chair. "A little girl?" Ray nods, slow, like even that takes effort. "I was on a bench, bus stop on Garrison Street. I do not know how many days I had been there. 2, maybe 3. Could not stand up anymore, could not think straight. Everything was just noise." He pauses, stares at the ceiling, then she sat down. Victor waits. Little black girl, 9, maybe 10. Backpack bigger than she was. She sat at the other end of the bench and just looked at me. Not the way people usually look, not the do not make eye contact look, not the should I call somebody look. She just looked at me like I was a person sitting on a bench. Ray's voice cracks. She pulled out a sandwich, peanut butter. I could smell it. And Victor, she tore it in half, gave me the bigger piece, kept the little one. Victor does not move. I asked her why. You know what she said? Victor shakes his head. You looked hungrier than me. Silence. The heart monitor beeps. Steady. Relentless. Ray turns to look at his brother, eyes wet. I have been on those streets for years. People walked past me every single day. Hundreds of them. Thousands. Some threw change. Most pretended I was not there. A few told me to get a job. He swallows hard. And a 9-year-old girl, a kid who clearly does not have much herself, she is the one who sat down. She is the one who shared her only food. Not half. The bigger half. Victor's jaw is tight. He is staring at his own hands. She did not know me, did not ask my name, did not ask for anything. She just gave. And then, she got on the bus and left like it was nothing. Ray closes his eyes. That is the first time in years someone treated me like a human being. Victor sits there for a long time. The room is quiet except for the machines. Then he pulls out his phone. What did she look like? Small? Thin? School uniform? Navy blue? Braids pulled back with a white ribbon. She got on the number 14 bus heading east. Victor types something. Hit send. What are you doing? Ray asks, finding her. He calls Lieutenant Carla Holloway. Carla is his community liaison officer. Sharp, organized. The kind of person who remembers every name and every detail. Carla, I need you to pull security footage. Bus stop on Garrison Street this morning, between 7 and 7:30. There is a camera on the convenience store across the street. Carla does not ask why. She just says, "Give me an hour." It takes her less time. She calls back. "Commissioner, I have the footage. Sending it to your phone now." Victor opens the video, holds the phone so Ray can see, too. There she is. Grainy footage, but clear enough. A little girl sits on a bench, reaches into her backpack, pulls out a sandwich wrapped in a paper towel, tears it in half carefully, like she has done it before, places the bigger piece on the knee of the man beside her, keeps the smaller piece, eats it, gets on the bus. No hesitation, no performance, no looking around to see if anyone is watching. Just quiet, instinctive kindness. Victor watches it 3 times, does not say a word. Ray watches his brother's face, sees something he has not seen in years. Victor's eyes are red. Finally, Victor speaks, quiet, almost to himself. Kindness without an audience is the only kind that counts. He puts the phone down. "Carla, I need you to find this girl. Name, school, address, everything." Carla traces the bus route, contacts the school district, cross-references the uniform. Within hours, she has it. Her name is Layla Scott, 9 years old, 4th grade at Eastwood Elementary, lives with her grandmother. Gloria Scott, on Maple Drive. Father unknown, mother deceased some years ago. She pauses. "Commissioner, I pulled their records. The grandmother works part-time as a custodian. They are behind on rent, 3 months. There is an eviction notice on file." Victor closes his eyes. This girl, this child who gave away her last sandwich. She is about to lose her home. He sits in the hospital room for a long time after Carla hangs up. Ray has fallen asleep. The IV drips, the monitor beeps. Victor makes 3 phone calls. The first, to the Richmond Police Community Fund. "I need 3 months of back rent covered for a family in East Richmond. Process it tonight. Anonymous." The second, to Carla. "Organize a collection from the officers. School supplies, groceries, clothes, whatever you can put together by morning." The third call, the one that changes everything. "Carla, one more thing. I want 50 officers in full dress uniform at this girl's house tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. sharp." Silence on the other end. 50, sir?" 50. I want them lined up from the sidewalk to her front door. I want her to open that door and know that what she did mattered, that someone saw it, even if she did not think anyone was watching. Carla is quiet for a moment. Then, "I will make it happen." Victor hangs up, looks at Ray. He's sleeping, reaches over, and pulls the blanket up over his brother's shoulders. He whispers, "She did what I could not do. She brought you back." That same night, across town, Gloria tucks Layla into bed. pulls the covers to her chin, smooths her braids. Layla looks up. "Grandma? Yes, baby?" "I gave my sandwich away today to a man at the bus stop. He was really hungry." Gloria's hand stops. "You gave your lunch away?" "Just half." "Well, I gave him the big half, but I was not that hungry." She was. She had been hungry all day. She just does not say it. Gloria's eyes fill up. She blinks fast, forces a smile. "That was a kind thing to do, baby. Is it okay? I know we do not have a lot." Gloria strokes her forehead, lies for the second time that day. "We have plenty, sweetheart. Do not you worry." Layla closes her eyes, asleep in minutes. Gloria walks to the kitchen, opens the fridge, stands there looking at the empty shelves, closes it softly, sits down at the table in the dark. She does not know that 3 months of rent has already been paid. She does not know that 50 officers are pressing their dress uniforms right now. She does not know that everything is about to change. She just sits there, alone, wondering how she is going to make it through the week. Early the next morning, the sun is not fully up yet, just a thin line of gold along the rooftops of Maple Drive. The neighborhood is quiet. A dog barks somewhere down the block. A screen door creaks. Inside the house, Layla wakes up the way she always does. No alarm. Eyes open. Feet on the floor. Bed made before she leaves the room. She walks to the kitchen, opens the cabinet, stares at it. Empty. No bread, no peanut butter, nothing to pack. She closes the cabinet, does not react, just pours a glass of water and drinks it standing up. Gloria is already on the phone in the hallway. Same voice as the day before, same tone. Tired, careful, begging without wanting to sound like she is begging. "Mr. Brennan, I just need until Friday. I will have something by Friday. Please?" Layla pretends she does not hear. She puts on her school uniform, navy blue, white ribbon in her braids, backpack on. Same routine, same girl. She does not know today is different. But outside, 2 blocks away, it has already started. Police cruisers are pulling up one by one, quietly. No sirens, no lights. Officers step out in full dress uniform, dark blue, brass buttons, white gloves, shoes polished to mirrors. They line up along the sidewalk, silent, disciplined, 2 rows forming a perfect path from the street to Layla's front porch. A neighbor across the street peeks through her blinds, then another, then another. Doors crack open. People step onto porches in bathrobes and slippers, whispering, "What is going on? Is somebody in trouble?" That is the Scott house. At the end of the block, a dark sedan pulls up. Victor Whitmore steps out. No uniform, gray suit, no entourage. He buttons his jacket and walks toward the line of officers. Behind him, a second car. The door opens slowly. Ray Whitmore gets out. Clean clothes, hair cut short, still thin, still a little unsteady, but standing on his own feet. He takes his place at the back of the line. The last officer nods to him. Ray nods back. Carla Holloway walks the line one final time, checks every collar, every glove, every position. She looks at Victor, nods. "We are ready, sir." Victor takes a breath. "Let us go." 3 knocks, firm, even, the kind of knock that means something. Gloria freezes mid-sentence. The phone is still pressed to her ear. Layla looks up from the kitchen table. 3 more knocks. Gloria hangs up, walks to the door slowly, looks through the peephole. She steps back. Layla, stay behind me. What is wrong, Grandma? Gloria does not answer. Her hand is shaking as she reaches for the doorknob. She opens it, and the whole world shifts. 50 officers standing in perfect formation. 2 rows stretching from the porch down to the street. Morning sunlight catching the brass on their uniforms. White gloves at their sides. Not one of them moving. Gloria grabs the doorframe. Her knees almost buckle. Oh my God! Oh my! What is this? What happened? Layla squeezes past her grandmother, stands on the porch in her school uniform, backpack still on, eyes wide, mouth open. She whispers, "Grandma, did we do something wrong?" The lead officer, Sergeant Derek Cole, tall, broad-shouldered, years on the force, steps forward, removes his hat, gets down on one knee so he is eye level with Layla. "Sweetheart, we are not here because you did something wrong." He smiles, gentle. "We are here because you did the only thing that was right." Layla blinks, does not understand. Then Victor steps forward from the side, gray suit, no badge. He walks up the path between the 2 rows of officers, stops at the bottom of the porch steps. "Mrs. Scott, my name is Victor Whitmore. I am the commissioner of the Richmond Police Department." Gloria stiffens. A police commissioner at her door. Every instinct in her body is screaming that this is bad news. "Ma'am, I am not here in any official capacity. I am here as a brother." He reaches into his coat, pulls out a tablet, turns the screen toward Gloria and Layla. "Yesterday morning at the bus stop on Garrison Street, your granddaughter did something extraordinary." He presses play. The security camera footage, grainy, slightly tilted, but clear enough. A little girl sits on a bench, pulls out a sandwich, tears it in half, places the bigger piece on a man's knee, eats the smaller piece, gets on the bus. No hesitation, no audience, no expectation. Gloria watches. Her hand comes up to her mouth slowly. She turns to Layla. "Baby, you gave away your lunch?" Layla looks at the floor, shifts her weight. "He was hungry, Grandma. That was all we had." "I know." Gloria's face crumbles. Not anger, not disappointment, something deeper. She realizes her granddaughter went hungry the entire day, the day before, ate cold rice and ketchup for dinner without a word of complaint, because she had given her only food to a stranger. She pulls Layla into her arms, holds her so tight. Victor gives them a moment, then speaks again. "Scott, the man on that bench. That is my brother, Ray Whitmore. He is a veteran. He served 2 tours. He has been struggling for a long time. He has been lost to us, to himself, for years." Victor's voice is steady, but his eyes are not. "Yesterday, your granddaughter was the first person in years who looked at him like he was a human being. She shared her last meal with him, and because of that, because she was there, he is alive today. He is in the hospital. He is getting better." Gloria is crying now, quietly, tears running down her face. Victor kneels, eye level with Layla. "Layla, do you remember the man you gave your sandwich to?" Layla nods, small. "Do you know who he is?" Layla shakes her head. "His name is Ray, and he is right here." Victor steps aside. At the back of the line, the very last position, Ray steps forward. Clean clothes, fresh haircut, still thin, still a little shaky, but standing, walking. Layla sees him. Her eyes go wide. "Ray?" She does not call him Mr. Whitmore. She does not call him Sir. She calls him the only name that matters, the name of the man on the bench. She runs down the porch steps, past the officers, past Victor, straight to him. Ray drops to his knees, catches her in a hug. He is shaking. She is shaking. He whispers into her hair, voice broken. "You saved my life with half a sandwich." Layla buries her face in his shoulder, does not say anything, just holds on. 50 officers stand at attention. Some of them are blinking hard. A few are not even trying to hide it. Sergeant Derek Cole turns his head slightly and wipes his eye with the back of his glove. Gloria stands on the porch, hand over her mouth, watching her granddaughter hold a man she saved with the only thing she had. Victor watches too. And for the first time in a very long time, he does not have a plan. He does not have a strategy. He does not have an angle. He just has this. After a long moment, Carla steps forward, clears her throat softly. "Layla Scott, on behalf of the Richmond Metropolitan Police Department, it is my honor to present you with a Civilian Commendation Medal for an extraordinary act of kindness that represents the highest values of our community." She opens a small velvet box. Inside, a medal, gold, engraved. Layla stares at it like it is from another planet. "You are the youngest person in Richmond's history to receive this honor." Layla takes it with both hands, looks at it, looks up at Gloria. "Grandma, look." Gloria nods, cannot speak, but Victor is not finished. He reaches into his coat again, pulls out an envelope, hands it to Gloria. "Mrs. Scott, this is from the Richmond Police Community Fund. Your back rent, 3 months, has been taken care of." Gloria opens the envelope, reads the letter inside. Her hands are trembling. She looks up at Victor, opens her mouth, closes it, opens it again. Nothing comes out. Victor just nods. "Your granddaughter earned this, every bit of it." Then, a small truck pulls up at the curb. Carla organized it overnight. Officers' families donated through the night. Groceries, school supplies, new backpack, winter coat, boxes of food. 2 officers carry the first box up the porch steps, then another, then another. Neighbors are on their porches now, watching. A woman across the street starts clapping. Slow at first, then her husband joins, then the man next door, then the whole block. Applause rolls down Maple Drive like a wave. Layla stands in the middle of it all, medal in one hand, Ray's hand in the other. She does not fully understand what is happening. She is 9, but she knows one thing. She is not hungry today. By later that day, the story is everywhere. Clive Rawlings, a local reporter who Carla invited to cover the ceremony, posts the security camera footage alongside his own video of the 50 officers lined up on Maple Drive. He titles it, "9-year-old gives starving man her last meal. What happens next will break you." Within an hour, it has thousands of views. By afternoon, hundreds of thousands. By evening, over 1 million. And it is not slowing down. The comments pour in, thousands of them. Most of them are beautiful. "I am a grown man sitting in my truck crying over a peanut butter sandwich. This child has more humanity in her little finger than most of us have in our whole body." Layla Scott. Remember that name. People start sharing their own stories. A woman in Ohio talks about a stranger who paid her grocery bill when her card was declined. A man in Texas describes a homeless vet who gave him directions when he was lost. Small kindnesses, the kind nobody films, the kind nobody claps for. Layla's story cracks something open. A crowdfunding page appears, not set up by Victor, not by the police department, but by a stranger who saw the video and could not stop thinking about it. Title: For Layla and Gloria, because kindness deserves a safety net. Thousands of dollars in the first hours, then more and more. Gloria does not know about any of this. She is in the kitchen putting groceries away, opening boxes, stacking cans in the cabinet. She keeps stopping to touch them, like she is making sure they are real. Layla is at the kitchen table doing homework, metal sitting next to her pencil case. Every few minutes, she looks at it, touches the edge, goes back to her worksheet. It is quiet. It is peaceful. It does not last because with attention comes noise, and not all of it is kind. By evening, the other comments start showing up, the ones that feel like a punch to the gut. Convenient timing. Cop PR stunt. Why does everything have to be about race? So a black kid gives a white man a sandwich and suddenly she is a hero? Please, this is poverty porn. They are using this child. Gloria finds them. She is not on social media much, but a neighbor texts her a link. You should see what people are saying. She should not have looked. She reads one comment, then another, then another, each one a small knife, not because they are true, but because they take the purest thing her granddaughter ever did and twist it into something ugly. She turns off her phone, sets it face down on the table, sits there in the kitchen, same table, same chair. But the air feels different now. The next morning, Gloria calls Victor. Mr. Whitmore, I want to thank you for everything you have done. I truly mean that. But I need to say something. Victor listens. I do not want my granddaughter to become a display, a headline. She is 9 years old. She gave a man a sandwich because she is a good kid. That is all. She did not do it for medals. She did not do it for cameras. And I do not want her growing up thinking kindness only matters when somebody is filming it. Silence on the line. You said something the other day, Mr. Whitmore. Kindness without an audience. That is what Layla did. And right now, with all this attention, it feels like we are putting an audience on it. And I do not like how that feels. Victor is quiet for a long time. Then, you are right, Mrs. Scott. And I am sorry. He means it because Gloria just held up a mirror. His own words. Kindness without an audience. And he had turned Layla's act into the biggest audience in Richmond. That afternoon, Victor makes calls, declines every interview request, shuts down media access, issues a statement through Carla. The Scott family has asked for privacy. We will honor that completely. Carla contacts the crowdfunding platform, asks them to disable comments. The money keeps coming in, but the noise stops. That evening, Ray calls Layla from the hospital phone. Hey kid, are you doing okay? I am okay. Are you eating? Ray laughs, first real laugh in years. Yeah, 3 meals a day. They will not let me skip. Good. Pause. Ray, I do not like being on the internet. Yeah, me neither, kid. Can it just be normal again? Ray smiles, looks out the hospital window. It is going to be better than normal. I promise. Sometime later, Ray is still at the V. Amja Hospital, but he is different now. Eating 3 meals a day, sleeping through the night, most nights, walking the hallways in the morning, talking to the counselors, not because anyone is forcing him, because he wants to. He started working in the hospital's wood shop, occupational therapy, something to do with his hands. The instructor showed him how to carve, birds mostly, simple shapes, smooth edges. Ray turns out to be good at it, really good. There is something in the repetition, the slow scraping of the blade, the grain of the wood revealing itself, that quiets the noise in his head better than anything else has in years. He is working on a small bird right now, a wren. Fits in the palm of his hand. He has been sanding it for days, getting it perfect. A nurse asks him, "Who is that for?" Ray holds it up to the light, turns it slowly. "For the girl who sat with me." Meanwhile, Victor is doing something he has never done before. He is asking for permission. He sits across from Ray in the hospital courtyard, two brothers on a bench. Different bench, different world. Same silence. "I talked to the VA director," Victor says. "There is a full rehabilitation program, housing support, job training, counseling, long-term, not the short kind, the real kind." Ray stares at the trees across the lawn. "I am not telling you to do it," Victor adds quickly, like he is catching himself. "I am asking. It is your choice." Ray does not respond right away. "Some time ago, you showed up with papers in a car, told me I was going whether I liked it or not. You remember what I said?" Victor nods. "You said, 'You are not my case to manage,' and I meant it." Pause. A long one. "So what is different now?" Victor looks at his hands, opens his mouth, closes it, opens it again. "I watched that video, the one from the bus stop, and I saw that little girl just sit down. She did not give a speech, did not have a plan, did not try to fix anything. She just sat next to you and shared what she had." He swallows. "And I realized that is all you ever needed. You did not need me to manage you. You needed me to just be there, like she was." Ray watches his brother's face, searching for the angle, the calculation, the Victor he knows, the one who always has a next move. He does not find it. "You really mean that?" "I mean it." Ray looks back at the trees. A bird lands on the fence, hops along the railing. "Okay, but I decide. Every step, I decide. Victor, you decide. And if I want to stop, I stop. No guilt, no pressure." Ray exhales, long and slow, like he has been holding his breath for years. "Okay. That is it. No handshake, no hug. Just okay." But Victor's eyes are red when he stands up, and Ray pretends not to notice, the way brothers do. Now, Gloria. Something unexpected arrives in the mail, a letter from a legal aid organization. The return address reads Richmond Community Justice Center. Gloria opens it cautiously. She has learned to be afraid of envelopes, but this one is different. The letter explains that Lieutenant Carla Holloway referred her case to the center. A pro bono attorney has reviewed Gloria's rental agreement, and what they found changes everything. Her landlord, Mr. Brennan, has been overcharging her for years. Illegal fees buried in the fine print. Maintenance charges for repairs that were never made. A late penalty that exceeds the legal limit by 300%. The letter lays it out in plain language, plain. Gloria reads each line twice. The attorney, a woman named Claire Dawson, is offering to represent Gloria at no cost. She has already filed a formal complaint with the housing authority, and she is requesting a renegotiation of the lease. Gloria sits at the kitchen table, same chair she sat in that night in the dark, same table where she hid the eviction notice under the fruit bowl. She reads the letter one more time. Then, she picks up the phone and calls the number at the bottom. "Ms. Dawson? This is Gloria Scott. I got your letter." "Mrs. Scott, thank you for calling. I want you to know you have a very strong case. Your landlord has been in violation for years. We can get your rent reduced by 40% and have the eviction notice thrown out entirely." Gloria is quiet. "Mrs. Scott? Are you there?" I am here. I am just... She presses her hand flat against the table, steadying herself. Nobody ever told me I had rights. Claire's voice softens. You do, Mrs. Scott, and we are going to make sure they are respected. Soon after, it is official. The eviction is cancelled. The rent is renegotiated. Gloria's monthly payment drops by nearly half. No more threats. No more begging Mr. Brennan for one more week. And here is what matters. This is not Victor pulling strings. He did not call the judge, did not send an officer, did not use his badge. This is the system working the way it is supposed to. When someone cares enough to connect the dots, Carla saw a family in need. She made one phone call. That phone call reached Claire. Claire did her job. The law did its job. That is not power. That is people. The evening it is finalized, Gloria comes home from work, opens the front door, walks to the kitchen. The fridge is full. The crowdfunding donations came through. Gift cards, grocery deliveries, a local church that organized a food drive specifically for the Scott family. Layla is at the table. Homework spread out. She looks up. Grandma, why is the fridge so full? Gloria sets down her bag, looks at the fridge, looks at Layla. She smiles. First real smile in she cannot remember how long. Because people remembered how to be fair, baby. Layla tilts her head. What do you mean? I mean sometimes the world gets it right. Not always, but sometimes. Layla thinks about that for a second, then nods, goes back to her homework. Gloria opens the fridge, just to look at it. The shelves are full. Milk, eggs, bread. Real bread, not just the heels. She stands there for a moment, hand on the door, eyes closed. Then, she whispers, so quiet that Layla does not hear it. Thank you, Renee. Our baby's going to be all right. She closes the fridge, wipes her eyes, starts making dinner. A real dinner with enough for seconds. Sometime later, a Saturday afternoon. Warm October sun coming through the kitchen window in long golden stripes. Gloria is at the stove, stirring a pot of soup. The good kind, with real chicken, real vegetables, real broth. Not the kind from a can. The kind that fills the whole house with a smell that says, somebody loves you. A knock at the door. Gentle this time. Not 50 officers, just one man. Layla runs to open it. Ray stands on the porch. Clean flannel shirt, jeans that fit, hair trimmed neat. He is still thin. That will not change overnight. But his eyes are different. Steady, clear, present. He is holding something behind his back. Hey, kid. Ray. Layla grabs his hand and pulls him inside. Grandma made soup, the real kind. I know. I could smell it from the sidewalk. Gloria comes out of the kitchen, wiping her hands on a towel, sees Ray, smiles. You look good, Ray. I feel good, Mrs. Scott. This is the first time I have been able to say that and mean it. He reaches behind his back, pulls out the wooden bird. Small, smooth, perfect. He kneels down to Layla. I made this for you in the wood shop at the hospital. It is a wren. They are small. Ray's hand shakes a little when he lifts the spoon. Layla notices, does not say anything, just slides the bread closer to him so he can reach it easier. Gloria says grace. Ray bows his head. First time he sat at a table for a meal with family in over years. After dinner, Layla asks Ray about the military. He tells her a funny story about a sergeant who was afraid of spiders. She laughs so hard, she snorts. Gloria laughs at Layla laughing. Ray laughs at both of them. The kitchen is small. The table is small. The house is small. But right now, right here, nothing about this feels small. Later, after Ray has gone, Layla and Gloria sit on the front porch. Evening. Fireflies are just starting to blink in the yard. Layla holds the wooden bird in her lap. Gloria puts her arm around her granddaughter, pulls her close. You know why I am proud of you? Because I helped Ray? Gloria shakes her head. Because you helped him when nobody was watching. Layla leans her head against her grandmother's shoulder, closes her eyes. The fireflies float. The porch creaks. The sky turns purple. Quiet. 6 months later, Ray lives in a small apartment near the VA. Nothing fancy, clean, quiet. His. On the windowsill, 3 wooden birds he carved himself. He volunteers at a veterans shelter on weekends, teaches other guys how to work with their hands, tells them the same thing every time. You are not broken. You are just stuck. There is a difference. Every Sunday, he drives to Maple Drive. Dinner with Gloria and Layla. Their table has 3 chairs now. Permanent. Layla's school starts a new program. They call it the Kindness Bench. A wooden bench outside the front entrance. Any kid who needs someone to talk to can sit there, and someone will come every time. The plaque on the side reads, "Inspired by Layla Scott," because sitting down matters. Gloria finally gets her dishwasher. The day it is installed, Layla opens her notebook, finds the list, crosses off number 1 with a big red marker, grins so wide her cheeks hurt. Victor attends an addiction awareness fundraiser. He does not give a speech, just sits in the back row, listens.